Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel United We Analyze. Today we will be analyzing Manchester United's match against Everton. Let's be honest, none of us expected this result. After all the bad happenings of this season, including Crystal Palace, including Leicester City, after everything that has happened this season, no one expected this result. Remind me, what team were we facing? Atletico Madrid? Real Madrid? Juventus? Barca? No. It was a relegation side. It was Everton who were having their worst form for decades. And we lost to them. We have the highest paying squad in the world. We have the most expensive squad in the world. And yet we are losing to a relegation side being managed by Frank Lampard. We don't deserve top four. The key and the opportunity to top four is slipping away, and I think we deserve it. We deserve the harsh lesson of Europa League and maybe even Conference League to show us that this is not Manchester United. We are not playing the Manchester United way, and it's not just the DNA thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pride, the ego, and the talent. The talent that, okay, I will do this. The mentality that, yes, I can score last winners. When was the last time we scored a last winner? Okay, Rashford against West Ham. Now, where did that mentality come from? That mentality came from the courage that, yes, I can do it at the last minute. Where is that mentality now? Freaking side passing at the 90th minute. Stop passing to yourselves, just go attack. We used to see comebacks all the time under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now, I'm not saying Ole in, but at the same time, I've noticed, and I'm pretty sure most of the fans as well, we have noticed a drop of winning mentality under Ralph Rangnick. He has the lowest winning percentage of any new manager who has ever played in the Premier League. Now, this is starting to get to the brink of how low can we drop our expectations, because until a few hours ago before the match, I thought nothing can surprise me anymore. They've done as worst as they can. Thank you, Maguire, and thank you, Man United, for proving me wrong. Because clearly, you managed to surprise me again that you could lose to Everton, a side who are facing relegation. 175 million. Did you know Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Alex Telles cost a total of 175 million? Now these people were bought for 175 million. Tell me one time they proved their worth of costing 175 million. Tell me one time they put up a display that made you think, yes, they earned and put in the effort for the badge of one of the greatest teams in the world. No, they don't deserve to be wearing that jersey. They don't deserve to be getting their wages because the performances that they've been putting. It's horrible. It's horrible for a fan to see the club being managed and being represented by a bunch of egoistic social media FC people who are basically ruining our club. The fans are the main part of the club, and everyone fails to recognize that because the fans are the ones repeatedly being disappointed and just thrown around like no one cares about them. Well, guess what? The fans are the essence of the club. We are the 12th person, and we are part of the club. And if you keep on disappointing us, the fan base will reduce. Let's look at it. We had Crystal Palace, Leicester City, today Everton. How much more? How much more are you willing to disappoint us? No, just tell me. Just tell me. Maguire, 83 million for a refrigerator. Okay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 50 million for him. He can't even streak 5 passes together. There's a lack of passion. If you look back to the 1999 treble winning days, if you look at the Busby Babes, if you look at the 2007-2008 Champions League winning side or the 2013 title winning side, we had a winning mentality. We had passion. We had hunger. We had a desire. We put in the effort for the goals. We're not seeing that anywhere here. They just want to score, and they're not putting the effort. In the old Sir Alex Ferguson days, they put in 10 times the talent and 100 times more the effort. Over here, we're not doing anything. We literally just bought a bunch of players and put them together and asked them to work. It's just like PSG. We buy Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Hakimi, Wijnaldum, whoever it may be. They do not have chemistry, and you cannot buy chemistry. You cannot buy understanding. You cannot buy the mutual sense inside of people. You cannot just buy success. You cannot buy chemistry, and chemistry is required for success. And that is why we are struggling, because we have bought everyone. We have bought Sancho, Varane, we have bought Ronaldo. Heck, this summer we might sign Ten Hag, we might get Rice, we might get Harry Kane, but it still will not get us the trophies we need, because you cannot just buy chemistry. You cannot just buy and hope that to be the solution. I'm honestly horrible. This is the lowest point I've ever had as a Manchester United fan, and I'm pretty sure all of the Manchester United fans are also feeling that way, because how far are we willing to go? Worse than Arsenal was last season. They were the butt of all the jokes. We are worse than that. Yes, our history is better than Manchester City. Yes, we're not an oil club like Chelsea or City. But at the same time, what use is history? What use are morals? When at the same time, what we're doing right now is horrible. What use is history and successes 2 years, 20 years ago, when right now we are struggling like hell and they are getting all the glory? We have the most expensive squad in the world. Tell me one performance this season that has proven that we deserve that title, that our players deserve that salaries, that money. We don't. We don't. We're not putting in the effort. We're social media FC. Yes, you sure Rashford and Maguire, Ronaldo. You can go home. You can post the in tweets and Instagram posts you want. You can do as much as you want. Apologizing to fans. I'm sorry. We'll do better from next on. I don't care. Show us. All of the fans, show us the apology on the pitch. Show us the apology that yes, we were wrong, but now we'll prove you right. Now we'll do it the right way. Now we'll win some matches. We came into this game hoping that this could be the beginning of a long run that would help us and renew our chances to come in the top four. But what this taught to me and just about everyone else is that we don't deserve top four. We didn't deserve the 3 points today. We don't deserve anything. Not with these performances. Let Europa League be a harsh lesson for us. Let it remind us of where we are and where we stand. Just because we have rich heritage doesn't mean that we get to be like we are now. That excuse or mentality it's inexcusable. That just because your heritage is so good, you get to be selected for the Champions League. No. If you put in the performance, you're going to be selected. And we haven't put in any performance. None of our performances have been good. And it's starting to get to the point where I'm thinking, okay, we deserve Europa League. We don't deserve top four. And that's what we're going to get. The chances of top four are slipping day by day. And there's just about nothing, just about 0% chance that we'll go for top four. And I support it. I support the fact that we are going to be in the Europa League. Now, let's go back to the match. For example, at the 8th minute, Ronaldo swung in a ball and it looked like it would be Manchester United's opening goal. But it ended up behind the goalpost and offside. 20 minutes later, Anthony Gordon got a great ball from Richard Ederson. When he shoots, De Gea goes in the right direction, but it deflects off Maguire and goes in the back of the net. Anthony Gordon finds extra couple of yards of space. It takes a significant deflection off Maguire. De Gea sent to the wrong side because of the deflection, and Anthony Gordon delivers the goal for Everton to take the lead. Okay, I'll be honest. While going through the match, I searched for major moments, close shots, great saves, shots on target, etc., etc. Despite being one down, we barely tested the keeper. There was nothing for me to choose from. No highlights, no major stuff. Everton hardly came into our half and we barely tested their keeper. And at full time it was 1-0. Gordon scored. And Gordon scored the only goal. And at full time I was stunned. I was disbelieving that this is Manchester United losing to a relegation side. And you could see the smiles on Everton because they could tell, yes, we deserve this. We put in the hard work. We deserve this victory. Everton could have the right to feel that way. But we, how many times are going to disappoint the fans, the essence of the game? Anyways, let's have a look at the player rating, shall we? David De Gea had a quiet game, made a few good saves or two when necessary. 7 out of 10. Horrible game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a horrible game. He had very little contribution in the attack, and like I said before, he couldn't string 5 passes through. He's one of the worst RBs we have ever had, even worse than Ashley Young. To think that this person will be able to compete against the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold is truly laughable. 4. Peter Lindelof, an average performance. Could do nothing about the goal though. He's a regular on and off. At times he could be a great defender and supposedly a substitute for Maguire, but at times like today, he can be not good enough. 6. Harry Maguire. Do I need to say something about him? The ball took a huge deflection off him, leading to the goal. It's one of his lowest points, you could say, in the worst season of his life. 3. Alex Telles. He swung in plenty crosses, but he didn't have the impact on attack that one would desire from a left back. If you look at the left backs from Manchester City and Liverpool. Nemanja Matic never made his presence known, you could say, and barely influenced the game. Now, Fred got replaced 35 minutes in. He's gonna have a bad injury by the looks of it, but he did fair enough until then. We're giving him 6. Jadon Sancho. Oh God. He didn't have a single shot today. Not a single shot. Supposedly one of our best signings this season, if Ronaldo was not included. And he did not have a single shot. This is one of many matches he has not showed up in. And it's quite disappointing to see such a young talent fail so miserably at Manchester United. He was supposed to play at the left wing, but went back to his usual position at the right wing. It's another poor performance. 5. Marcus Rashford. He had a bright start, I'll be honest, and I thought he could score, but we bizarrely switched wings with Sancho and had a quiet second half and got substituted soon after, which rightfully so, because his performances were not good in the second half. Bruno Fernandes, always trying for $1 million pass to find out the farthest players and the exceptional passes to try and get rabbits out of hats. Just keep your head down and do the simple passes. He was unable to string a couple of passes together. 4. Ronaldo. Completely isolated, completely desolate, frustrated by the lack of service, dropping deep, going inward, and he's not effective in those positions, so it's kind of harmful for him because he's going into deep positions and he's not effective there, and when we go on the counter attack, he's already way too deep to help us. He got a late booking though when his nose got the better of him and he shot the ball directly at Darren Fletcher out of frustration. Now that just shows you where our mentality is right now. It shows you where we are right now, where we stand right now, that one of the players who is famed for his mentality is becoming so frustrated that he'll just kick the ball on to one of our assistant managers. Game review. I'm disappointed. I'm shocked. And I don't know what to expect. I don't expect Ten Hag to come in and start doing miracles. Neither do I expect this form to continue for long. Because if this continues, our fans are going to leave. I'll be honest, a huge part of our fans, not the majority, are plastic fans. They've come from outside, they've come for Ronaldo, they've come for success. They have not come to stay with us during the tough parts. And if we're going to remain like this, it just lowers your mood. Like today, for the first time in my entire life, I felt lethargic watching them side pass at the 90th minute. I felt lethargic that, is this the team I support? Is this the team that used to be counter-attacking, possession-based, attacking? It used to have so many different types of attack. And what are we doing now? Side passing at the 90th minute when we're losing to a relegation side team. It's completely bamboozling to see where we have gone in 10 years' time. I don't expect Ten Hag to come and be like, oh my god, I'm going to change this club in a matter of seconds. But I do expect change from him, and gradual change. This performance was an eye-opener to show us that even against the toughest and even against the easiest, we are not good enough for any. We need to find consistency. For example, last season we beat Southampton 9-0 and the next game we got 3-3 against Everton themselves, who last year were pretty good. So it just kind of get to the fact that we need to find the consistency, we need to find the rhythm. During the match, I've noticed there were just two moments when we clicked together, when everyone seemed to knew their roles, when everyone seemed to know where they have to go. Whenever those clicked moments happen, when everyone gets a connection, those are the moments when we truly seem like a formidable side. I think Ralph Ragnick needs to work on that on the limited time he has got. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on your opinion of how the game was. Goodbye, and as always, go Man United!